think I actually had hope for the Giants in 2020. I really did. And then they made this move. Anyway, what is going on, everyone? My name is the California Cougar, and today I'm talking about some Giants news. I don't like it, but I have to talk about it. Basically, the Giants hired a new manager, replacing Bruce Bochy, who retired after the 2019 season. Guess who that new manager is? Gabe Kapler. Giants. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Gabe Kapler. That's who you pick to manage your team after Bruce Bochy. That's the successor to Bruce Bochy, the guy who brought us 3 World Series championships and won over 1,000 games with the Giants, over 2,000 games in his career. And he led us on another playoff run in 2016. Unfortunately, that didn't end well because our bullpen was trash. But nonetheless, he still gave us 3 World Series championships. And of all the managers you could hire, you have Mark Kotsay up there. You have Joe Espada. Joe Espada was expected to be the front runner. And they picked Gabe Kapler. I mean, I know why they did it. I'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, anyway, I suppose I should go on some background with Gabe Kapler before I really start getting into why I think this is a terrible move for the Giants. So, Gabe Kapler, he was a manager for the Phillies for the last 2 seasons. He finished with an 80 and 82 record, and then next season, 81 and 81 record. So, mediocre seasons at best. And the thing is, why I think he's such a terrible manager. First of all, he was fired last year. If that's not any indication, I don't know what is. But just the fact that he had such a talented team behind him, especially for 2019. I mean, the Phillies traded for Gene Segura. They had Gene Segura at shortstop. They traded for JT Realmuto at catcher. They also signed Andrew McCutchen. Oh, and also, let's not forget about a little player called Bryce Harper that they signed last year for, just a modest amount of, $330 million, 13 years. Yeah, the Phillies were expected to make the playoffs this year. They didn't even come close. They finished 4th in the division. Now, granted, injuries certainly didn't help them, but still, 81 and 81. After spending $400 million last offseason, they finished with an 81-81 record. You know what that comes down to? Gabe Kapler's poor management. I mean, pitching was one thing, but Gabe Kapler clearly didn't know how to manage a bullpen. He did not know how to manage a team. He was a new manager for the Phillies for the 2 years that he spent with them. And yeah, he was absolutely terrible. And now he's with the Giants for 3 years. Assuming the Giants don't fire him, which they won't. I mean, it's the Giants. They don't like to fire people unless they do, commit crimes or something. But, yeah, as far as I know, Gabe Kapler hasn't committed any crimes. So, yeah, we're stuck with him for the next 3 years now. And it's honestly just, it's so stupid. Because, I had hope for the Giants in 2020. I really did. I thought they could make a big splash this offseason, sign somebody like Garrett Cole or Anthony Rendon or Steven Strasburg, one of those guys, or any other top-tier free agent, and actually try and win now, be a contender. Because they honestly have, they can be contenders if they want to be. They can do it. But now Madison Bumgarner's probably not going to come back. Will Smith already left us for the Braves. And now we're stuck with Gabe Kapler as our manager. Gabe Kapler. And you know why Gabe Kapler was hired? I'll tell you why. Because Farhan Zaidi worked with him when they were both with the Dodgers in 2017. That's the only reason why. Because, Farhan Zaidi's like, Gabe Kapler's my friend. He has experience. Yeah, experience at being trash. So, yeah, as you can tell, I'm not happy with this decision. Gabe Kapler, like, what a joke. What an absolute joke. Of all the people you could sign, you have Joe Espada. Joe Espada was a bench coach for the Yankees and the Astros, two teams that clearly have a lot of talent. Although there's a lot of scrutiny going on with the Astros right now and, like, stealing signs. I won't talk about that, though. But, yeah. Either way, like, Joe Espada's proven that he can work with talent. And he has what it takes to get, like, I think he has what it takes to get teams going. Same with Mark Kotsay. He was another option with the A's. Yeah, he worked with the A's. And he did a good job. He's worked with Bob Melvin, who's one of the best managers in the league. So, I think he would know what to do. But no, they go with Gabe Kapler. I don't understand it. Like, why? Did Farhan Zaidi not watch the Phillies' last 2 seasons? Stupid. Absolutely stupid. But yeah, of course, it was a biased decision. It's so obvious it was a biased decision because he worked with him when they were with the Dodgers. And supposedly he was going to be Gabe Kapler, that is, was going to be the manager of the Dodgers, but then they hired Dave Roberts. And now the Giants are stuck with Gabe Kapler for 3 years. Like, I pretty much have no hope for the Giants over the next 3 years. I know they're not going to spend any money this offseason because they just, the front office refuses to spend any money. They did nothing last offseason. They tried to go for Bryce Harper, but obviously they didn't care enough to actually give him the deal he wanted. So, yeah, that's out the window. And now, like, you know they're not going to go after Garrett Cole. You know they're not going to try and get Anthony Rendon and maybe try and trade away someone like Evan Longoria, Brandon Crawford, Brandon Belt. Like, players that are all on pretty terrible contracts right now. I mean, granted, we did get rid of Mark Melancon, but I just don't like the state that the Giants are in, especially after hiring Gabe Kapler. Gabe Kapler does not know how to manage a baseball game. And I know other fans are going to be like, oh, you got to give him a chance. Yeah, like, the Phillies gave him a chance. Guess how that turned out. So, yeah, like, I know Gabe Kapler. Like, I've seen Gabe Kapler work as a manager. He was terrible at it. So, yeah, like, I don't know what the Giants were thinking with this move, especially when you have people like Joe Espada and Mark Kotsay who could easily make a difference in what the Giants will do in 2020, but I just don't have any hope for them anymore, and it sucks to say that. But I might not even watch Giants baseball next season. I might not even watch baseball. I don't know. I mean, obviously I will be paying attention because I have to make baseball videos, but other than that, I just don't know if I'm going to be watching next season. I really don't. Not with Gabe Kapler as our manager. I mean, come on, Zaidi. You need to stop being biased and actually think about, like, how you can improve our team. Like, what he did may have worked with the Dodgers, but it might not work with the Giants. So far, what has he done for us? Like, okay, he found Mike Yastrzemski, he traded for Kevin Pillar, but that was it. And neither of those players are, like, top-tier players. They're decent players, but they're not top-tier. I mean, maybe Mike Yastrzemski will be a star in the future, but, I mean, the guy's, 29 years old now? Or something like that? It's not like he's one of our youngest guys. So, yeah. And, I mean, we do have Dubon, like Mauricio Dubon, or however you pronounce his name. We got him from the Brewers for Drew Pomeranz. That was a good move. But other than that, like, what has Zaidi done for us? Almost nothing. So, yeah. Like, as far as I'm concerned, Zaidi can't be trusted. He really can't be trusted. So, yeah, hopefully Gabe Kapler will prove me wrong next year. Hopefully Zaidi will prove me wrong, but as far as I'm concerned, they can't be trusted for the 2020 season. So, yeah, that's just what I think. Anyway, what do you guys think about the hiring of Gabe Kapler for the Giants? Clearly, I'm not happy about it, but any other Giants fans out there, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos to come in the future. And until my next video, once again, my name is the California Cougar. And always remember, stay California cool. Peace. Gabe Kapler, what a joke.